everybody, I'm Nia.
I'm Nani.
And this is Rum News. So today we're starting a little bit different, but same. No shots, but we're gonna chug this Cutwater Tiki Rum Mai Tai, which is pretty good, right?
It's very good.
Cheers!
Cheers.
Oh, grab your drinks, guys. We're chugging.
And this is not your stereotypical RTD that's like 5-6%.
Oh yeah, this is
12.5.
12.5, made with 2 shots of real rum.
2 plus. It says 2 plus.
Oh yeah, 2 plus
shots of real
Cheers,
rum.
everybody. Welcome. So, guys, this is gonna be a pretty long one because we have a lot to cover.
Not news-wise, drink-wise. So get your bottles ready.
Yeah. But news-wise a little bit too.
We have news. That's what we are. We do have news. But it's another slow one. If you guys tuned in October, you remember October was kind of slow from August to October in terms of news. I think it's end of the year. It's holiday season. Nobody's trying to
Everybody's
do anything.
closing out.
Yeah, everybody.
Closing out the year.
If I'm not mistaken, I don't know what it is for sugarcane season, but I know in olden times, farming was like, you plant in the spring, if I'm not mistaken, and you reap in the fall. So
yeah.
if sugarcane season is anything, they're all harvesting now to then start, producing. So maybe that's why, but it's been a little slow in the news.
Yeah, my understanding
sector.
is most start in April and usually go for 6 months.
Yeah, so
year.
That's spring to fall. So it's been a little slow in the news world. We do have some news for you, but we have lots to cover tonight. So make sure you have a bottle ready so you can drink with us. We will be doing lots of sampling, lots of drinking, so you guys be prepared.
Paul doesn't know what an RTD is. An RTD is a ready to drink.
Sir, shame on
you.
Because not only have we mentioned it, I think in our last 5 episodes.
He hasn't been watching.
Clearly. He's looking at the tatas the whole time because he's tuned in. But RTD, ready to drink. It's cocktail in a can or bottle. If you tuned in last time, you know that Bacardi's now doing bottles of RTDs. But yeah, it's cocktails. It's not seltzers. It's not hard seltzers. It's cocktails in a can, ready to drink. These are amazing. I haven't had Cutwater stuff before. You have, and you really enjoyed it.
Yeah,
but you've never had their Mai Tai before.
Yeah, this is pretty strong, but I had their mojito, and their mojito was amazing.
We've had RTDs on here before that we've tried. Last episode, we tried the Gosling's Dark and Stormy RTDs. Paul, where were you? Come on now. Let's get it together.
Okay, talking about getting it together. Do you want to start?
Okay. Again, it's been a little slow in the news world, but we have some tidbits for you. So this one, for you guys who have been tuning in since we started Rum News, we mentioned the Kraken Black Cherry release. I want to say it was back in April, so this was a little while ago.
Yeah.
It's unfortunately, to my knowledge, it's still unavailable here in the US, but funny enough, their black cherry flavored right now is the top selling booze on Amazon over across the pond in Europe. And it's,
yeah, who knew? Amazon sells liquor except for here.
I had no idea.
Doesn't that suck?
If I knew, that Prime membership would have been put to good use.
It's like, dear Mr. Bezos, can we get the same?
I don't understand why not. Like, they have grocery stores here and stuff like that.
Because I think it's because of the state regulations, how every state is different. That's what I'm going to assume.
Anywho, if anybody, any of you viewers, subscribers, any of our connects in the alcohol industry can get us even just a sample of this black cherry Kraken rum.
Oh my God, please
let us know. I wanna kind of call out Benny a little bit because he told me he'd get me some.
Benny from Primos.
Yes, Benny from Primos. He did say he would try and get me some. I don't know if it's available to get over here or not yet. Last we checked, it was still over European side, UK side. I just thought that was a little interesting.
He did get us the Gosling's RTDs though, so thank you for that, Benny.
Shout out. If you guys missed that last episode, we tried the 4 new flavors that they came out with, and they were exquisite.
Chef's kiss.
Very, very good. And I just thought it was a little funny. So just to kind of recap there, it's a black cherry and Madagascan vanilla. And it has
obviously Manila.
Manila?
I know. That's why I call vanilla sometimes.
Manila. And it also has some caramel notes, warming wood, and a hint of smokiness. And it says that it's really good to pair with Coke, which I was like, ooh, I could see that because, you know, it gives that like kind of cherry Coke flavor, kind of like a Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, like a Dr. Pepper.
Which is kind of similar to, if I'm not mistaken, the Gosling Dark and Stormy Black Cherry that we had.
Yes,
we did
it
kind
was.
of, yeah, we did kind
you
of make
are
it
right.
comparable to a cherry Coke. So that is something I had. What about you? What else do you have going on?
Hey Sean. Sean's in the chat.
Hi, thanks for
So
joining.
good to see you, Sean. I actually have something a little bit different. If we have some friends that are bourbon lovers that so happen to tune in, I have 8 rums for you based on an article that we found, but we're going to rebuttal some of these based on our expertise.
Refutation. Who was on their high school debate team? This girl.
Okay, so the very first one is Santa Teresa.
Ooh, we like Santa
Which
Teresa.
Is amazing. Very, very good sipping rum. Have you tried Santa Teresa?
I tried it when we went to Hukilau.
Oh,
Remember?
It's really good. Really,
They
really
had
good.
their silent disco.
And then the next one I have.
The pups are creating little chaos.
Yeah, they're really
Anybody
excited.
who's a regular knows that there's pups in the house.
They're playing. They're so cute.
They're cute. They're just, their collars and their harnesses are just a little disruptive, so.
The next one is Ron Zacapa, which I wouldn't call this a rum for bourbon lovers. Why? Because it has over 20 grams of sugar. And if anybody knows bourbon lovers, they don't like sweet stuff. So even though that's one of the rums they recommend, I personally don't recommend it. Let's move on to the next one. It's gonna be Diplomático Reserva Exclusiva. Have to be honest, that's another one I don't recommend. Although in the Diplomático family, they do have the vintages, like the 2000. I have the 2005, and I think the 2010 just came out. Those I would recommend a bourbon drinker because they're really, really aged. Okay. Like the one I have was bottled in 2005, so it was probably distilled
almost 20 years.
Yeah. So like those kinds of like the vintages are really, really good. Then we have the 1888 Brugal. And Nani, I have some good news for you. I'm gonna let you try this one because I don't think you've tried this.
I have not tried any of the Brugals actually, so I'm very excited. We have a couple other ones for you that we'll discuss a little later, but I'm excited.
Yeah. So the other one that they talk about is the Flor de Caña 18. Love what the company stands for. Love their conservation efforts with the forest and the Amazon and all that good stuff. But me personally, you and I tried the 12-year and the 18-year, and we liked the 12-year more, which was kind of crazy. The 18-year, I don't know.
Yeah.
Was very, very interesting. So then the other one they're talking about is Papa's Pilar. And this one, honestly, I started drinking this at the beginning of my journey. And
oh, I like that they have a little chain. I like that little chain detail on here.
Yeah, so if you don't know the story about Papa's Pilar, it's the nickname that Ernest Hemingway had for his boat.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
that's so cool.
And because he loves traveling, they made this into like look like a replica of a water canteen. But ladies and gentlemen,
it's really cool, you guys.
If you are out there and you see these bottles with these chain, they are no longer in existence.
I think you've had this one for years.
Yeah. So this is how they originally used to look like. Now only the fancy schmancy like $80 bottle one comes with this, and it comes with a leather pouch. But if you go to those mom and pop liquor shops, that's where I actually found this one and the white one with the chain, which was pretty cool.
And you guys, it's hard to see in the camera, but the detailing on just the cap alone,
yeah. Look.
It has like a nice, beautiful cardinal
Here, I'll bring it around.
It has a beautiful cardinal rose on the top with a lot of stippling that's on the actual side of the bottle cap. It's a very beautifully detailed, and there's like a nice, is that, like, what's that metal, is it a metal in the front there? I can't see from here.
This little cock?
Yeah. It almost looks like a bottle cap has been like embedded into the glass.
It's kind of like a seal. And if you're not familiar with the cock,
hey, they can't see it because of the green screen.
Oh, it's like it looks a little fuzzy,
Also,
but you can kind of tell.
The drink you guys are having.
Oh, about the Cutwater.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
oh, he's like, no, I didn't mean what is an RTD. Was
what we were drinking.
Oh, what we're drinking. First of all, Paul, thank you so much for watching my Spanish reviews, even though you don't speak Spanish. Thanks for the support. Yes, trying to change things a little bit and just try something in Spanish. Expand my language. She is Ecuadorian, so English is her second language, as English is mine as well.
Yeah.
I'm
Brazilian native, and she is Ecuadorian, so she does do reviews in like a quick little recap in Spanish as well.
5 minutes. If you speak Spanish and you got 5 minutes, I got you some reviews.
So, but to answer your question, it is Cutwater Tiki Rum. It's
Mai Tai.
I can show you, but it has lipstick stains and marks all over it, but you can see
So
it
it says
here.
Mai Tai made with white rum, barrel aged rum, and natural flavors.
There's kind of a
So
glare.
highly recommend. It has, apparently this is an award-winning, it has award-winning rums. They don't or can't disclose what rums they are, which is pretty cool. Hi Dan from Green Bay. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Thanks for joining us. I'm actually gonna pop open another RTD. This is my chaser / my palate cleanser for the night, you guys.
Yes, Paul, 12.5%. That's what we were saying. This is not your standard RTD. This is a hefty 12.5%.
It's higher than your typical wine. It's higher than your typical beer. It is definitely higher than your typical RTD, like I said a little earlier, which is usually at around 5 or 6%, maybe 7 if you're on the higher end. So 12.
So don't judge us today because we're not doing shots, because we technically are doing two plus shots.
2 plus shots in 1 can. We've each had about a can. So we're definitely pre-gaming hard on this one. And we have so much alcohol and so much rum for you guys to discuss tonight. So we're going to be good and loosey-goosey.
Yeah, and put it down in the chat if you've tried any of these rums that I'm talking about. If you're a bourbon lover, let me know. Would love to hear your thoughts if you've ever tried these rums. Mm-hmm. And then the last 2 rums that they recommend is the 10-1 and then the Real McCoy 12 that I don't know if you have it over there.
I don't have the Real McCoy.
10-1 is amazing because it's a blend of rums from Trinidad and Tobago, and I believe...
Have you ever been there?
No, I haven't, but
I'd love to go.
I know.
Yeah.
10-1, and then the Real McCoy 12 years, absolutely phenomenal rum.
If I'm not mistaken, I hear a little rum shelf ruffling around.
Ooh, yeah.
Who might be getting us the Real McCoy as we speak.
Thank you so much.
And sure enough,
this bottle. You can see how horrible it is that it's almost done.
Anybody who tuned in last year for the anniversary party, if I'm not mistaken, this is the one we were drinking that night.
Besides the 40-year-old Ecuadorian rum.
Besides the Ecuadorian rum that was featured.
Whoever didn't come to that party missed out, but then the rest,
really good. Yeah. I'm surprised there's any left, to be honest.
Very good rum.
That was very good rum, yeah. Very smooth, great for cocktails or just as a sipping rum. It was very good.
What else do you have, Nani, for rum news?
Let's see. Renegade Rum is introducing a new flagship range. It's a mouthful, y'all. It's a new flagship range of high provenance natural rums.
Okay.
In the U.S. market. So, just a little bit of information. They're introducing both aged and unaged natural rums. Okay, forgive my ignorance. How do you pronounce it? C-U-V-E with it? Is it Cuvée? Or Cuvée? Cuvée. Okay, so they're having a selection of Cuvée rums. Their first one is, they're having 2 aged. So one is called their All Island Cuvée Nova, and then Single Farm Cuvée Dunfermline.
Okay.
I'm probably butchering this all up. And then one in age, which is the Cuvée Aura.
Okay. Paul says you might need to drink some more to pronounce those words.
Literally. Cheers. Because I've never seen this word in my life, so.
Oh, that's interesting. Dan just said that Cutwater makes their own rum.
Oh.
And he said these canned ones are wicked strong.
Yeah, although you've had the mojito one, and I don't think you mentioned it being this strong.
Yeah.
12 and a half is very high for an RTD.
Yeah. The mojito I had was like about 4 or 5. They sold it at the gas station.
Yeah. And then, okay, so the All Island Cuvée Nova is considered ultimate aged renegade rum. Their Aura blend, however, is pre-cask single farm rums. So their single farm Dunfarm line, it blends their Dunfarm line. I promise y'all I'm not trying to mispronounce it, but it's literally how it's spelled, Dunfermline, Dunfarm line. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. It blends their Dunfarm line terroir. It's a French word. Components into their cuvee.
Oh, that's interesting.
So I thought that was that it's a whole new series, a whole new cuvee setup that they're doing, that they're releasing. If you guys can find it, kudos to you.
Where's Renegade Rum, by the way?
There was no information.
Oh,
I'm not even familiar. I'm not.
Does anybody know where Renegade Rum is
from? If y'all
from?
can Google it, it was not listed on the article that I was reading as far as information regarding it. It was very kind of overall just talking about the new flagships.
Paul is saying terroir. Good job. I like that.
Roar.
Roar.
Roar. Okay. I don't know why roar is spelled like that. For us millennials and Gen Xers, bless you, it makes me think of Reptar from the Rugrats.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why. I don't know if that's where that spelling comes from, but that's what that spelling always makes me think of, is Reptar from the Rugrats on Nickelodeon.
Yeah, I agree. Oh, Felipe's saying that Phil is saying that Renegade is from Grenada. Oh, good to know.
Yeah. All right, what about you?
What you got? So are we covering new releases?
Not yet.
Okay, I'm sticking to my next article that I found, which is really interesting regarding rum, is the 20 best sipping rum brands for you rum lovers and rum explorers and rum enthusiasts. I have a list, so comment down below if you agree. So I'm gonna go on the list again, and then we'll see what Coinky Dinkies we have here with
Coinky Dinks.
we have with this other list.
I can't with her.
So again, 10 to 1.
Okay.
Zacapa XO, the Chairman's Reserve.
Oh.
Which we also have.
We have a few of those.
Guys,
we got one bottle.
This is amazing from St. Lucia. If you haven't tried it, it's incredible. The Brugal Visionaria, which is the brand new from Brugal. If you're not familiar.
This bottle is almost empty, you guys.
Check out my reviews. Yeah, we did take that to a little get together for Friendsgiving, and a lot of people loved it because
I wasn't even invited, y'all. How rude. No, I'm just kidding.
You're so stupid.
I was not invited. Heart is broken.
Okay, then the same thing, the Diplomático Reserva Exclusiva, Mount Gay XO. Man, you got all the rums. Mount Gay XO, which by the way, we're popping some cherries with this one because we haven't opened up this one.
This one is unopened. This one is unopened. I think this one is unopened, it looks like. I mean, the seal is broken, but it looks like the bottle's full, so.
Then they have the Clement VSOP, the 1888, Facundo Paraíso, Rum JM VSOP, which we don't have the VSOPs, but we have other Clements. They're like aged rum agricoles, phenomenal sipping.
Our last, it wasn't an episode, well, we did mention it in the episode, but it was a little video of us trying the Rum JM.
At Primo's.
Yes, the volcanic.
The terroir. Volcanic.
She's cut off. Yeah, it was really good, you guys. The Rum JM was very good, Volcanique.
Dan is saying that the lime margarita is 12.5 as well.
Of the Cutwater.
The White Russian is 14. God damn.
I love a good White Russian. I have not seen it in stores. I've seen the mojitos.
Now we're gonna have to look for that, Dan. So thanks for the
or Dan could send
pointers.
us some.
Yeah, or Dan, you can send us some. He's like, they have others that are way lower. The Mai Tai is great on pebble ice.
Okay, good to know.
It's great. We put this in the freezer and it was really good.
Yeah. But I have not seen the White Russian. I've seen the other ones, but I have not seen the White Russian, which is interesting because obviously we tend to go towards rum, but White Russians are usually made with vodka.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. I love a good White Russian. I'm not a vodka person in any way, shape, or form, but I love a good White Russian. So I would be very curious to try that. Dan, if you want to be generous enough to send us some, let us know. I haven't seen that.
He did say Wicked, so I'm assuming he's in Massachusetts. Are you in Massachusetts?
Which is where I'm from. I'm from New England. I'm from Cape Cod, Massachusetts originally. Born and frickin' raised for most of my life until I moved down here to Florida. So
Phil said he's gonna hook us up with the White Russian because he saw a couple at ABC.
Oh, perfect, because I haven't seen those yet. So amazing. I mean, if you still want to send us stuff though,
don't
let that deter you. I'm just saying.
John Harmazon said, "Babe, you're pretty friendly on here."
That's my boo. Hi.
Oh, he's like, I visited MA
This
Massachusetts.
summer.
See, you got the Wicked
and
stuff.
I was saying, we rubbed up on you already? Like, that's crazy.
It seems like it.
I lost my Wicked. Unfortunately, I've been in Florida too long. The Wicked got dropped a long time ago. Now everything is super, super. I hate it, but
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
You're a Floridian now.
I've been here for too long.
Back to news.
Back to news. Anyway,
we have our director,
Producer. saying we have to stick to rum news.
editor, saying we gotta stick to news. Okay.
And then the next couple of rums are the Donku 7 Years, the Appleton Signature, the Real McCoy 12 again, Havana Club Añejo, Flor de Caña 18, Dictador 20, and Pusser's Gun Proof.
I have that one too.
Yeah. Which, by the way, guys, we absolutely, if you like dark and stormies, which are basically the easiest cocktail.
It's 2 freaking ingredients, you guys.
Well, we get fancy and we do 3, but it's not that big of a deal. So we
Rum
use
and ginger ale. Or ginger beer, excuse me.
Well, we use this rum,
ginger beer.
Bundaberg or Bundy, and
That's a good one.
fresh lime juice with this, and it is amazing.
Can we just do a small RIP to Rebel House? They had such good dark and stormies there.
We're not Catholic, but I just always
Not even a little bit.
testicles, wallet, and watch. Yeah.
So this place locally to us up in Boca Raton called Rebel House had really good dark and stormies, and they were on their happy hour. So every time I think about dark and stormies, I think of Rebel House.
I know, they had really good ones, and they had this clarified rum punch that was phenomenal. And if you don't know,
And you got free popcorn, and their friggin' happy hour food was so.
the burrata.
She doesn't even like burrata, y'all. It was so
But I knew that was coming because she always ordered the burrata. I remember, I think like 2 times ago where we went, you're like, I'm craving the burrata. I
And they
get
didn't
there,
have it.
and then she went and she's like, they were sold out. She was so mad.
I'm getting the finger.
Anyway,
Not that finger.
so yeah,
the
so I
finger. Stick to
definitely.
news.
So same thing as the 8 rums for bourbon lovers. Some I agree, some I don't. I'm glad that as far as the sipping rum, they didn't put Ron Zacapa in here because it has a lot of sugar. But if you love it, hey, it's the way you drink your rum. The other last three is El Dorado Port Morant, which
That says El Dorado.
yes, El Dorado Port Morant.
Not what it looks like.
Which is phenomenal, which by the way, we just ordered. Inside scoop, everybody. If you
I don't even know this. This is new to me.
you might know this. If you ever go to a rum festival or rum congress, which If you're going to Miami,
We'll be there.
we'll be there. Come say hello.
We'll be there.
Yeah,
You'll recognize the My Rum Diaries t-shirts we'll be wearing. So come up and say hi. We love talking to you guys and love
And meeting everybody.
people. Mhm.
Yeah, it's awesome. Love the rum community.
Yes.
Anytime you go to those tables of the distillers, ask them what they have underneath the table. I'm already a big fan of El Dorado, and we are like, when we went there, we're like, hey, so what do you guys have underneath the table? And she brought out this little plastic container.
Mhm.
We tried it. We went to go take a picture. She said, no. Well,
Sounds familiar.
Yes. She said, no, because we're not releasing it yet. But I managed to find one bottle today, ordered it. It should be here by the end of this week.
So you guys will probably be having it for our December episode.
Yeah,
maybe,
it's amazing.
If it's not gone.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's a very unique finish type of cask. I know Benny's gonna kill me, but I call it the Saturn cask. The only thing I can remember sounded like Saturn, like the planet. But when I went and I saw him, Benny was like, "No, it's called something else." And I was like,
We still love you, Benny.
Yeah, we love you, Benny.
Lots of love. We need to come by soon.
And then they also talked about Coconut Cartel and the RL sealed 10 years, which we don't have, but we have the Coconut Cartel.
I feel like it's over here, but
No, it's over there. It's on top of the chest. It's on top of the chest.
I know I just saw it, but Coconut Cartel is actually pretty good.
And then, can we get into a little bit of rumonomics?
Can we? I don't know.
I really want to talk about something that I read that I thought was really interesting, which is the fact that the Beer Institute of the United States is actually fighting like legislation against the rum cover over. Now, if you're not familiar with this, it's basically the fact that every single rum that's created domestically and imported gets taxed a certain amount based on the proof. That taxation of that rum or spirit I think it's rum specifically. Yeah, because it's a rum cover over. Specifically rum. That gets taxed, and then that gets sent to Puerto Rico and the U.S. Virgin Islands to supposedly help with the infrastructure. But the Beer Institute created this campaign that's like putting everybody together here in the U.S. and trying to fight the legislation because it's up for renovation, and I would love to hear what everybody thinks about this. I was already picking Phil's brain, so I'm sure he can put his opinion down there. But basically they were saying that they're trying to fight it because it's only being used for rum companies like Diageo to become more wealthy, and it's not helping the infrastructure of Puerto Rico or the U.S. Virgin Islands. So it's not being used for the true purpose that it is. That's one aspect of it. The second aspect of it, it's trying to encourage domestic production of rum by them fighting with this, because there's a lot of other organizations that are joining, and they're creating this campaign that's called Stand With Beer, which I thought was really interesting. And I didn't expect to see beer producers siding with rum, but at the same time, if you are a rum lover like I am, but also I consider myself a beer enthusiast, you do see how many crossovers and collabs we have with the beer industry, where we do beer aged in rum barrels or
vice versa,
or rum aged in beer barrels, especially here in Florida, which I'll do.
I think a lot of that though is like, speaking to Florida specifically, is because Florida is a very controversial title, redneck state. And like it or not, rednecks love their beers. Yeah. Whether it's red, whatever the reason. But like, Florida loves their beer. So and we love our rum, and rum is a growing industry, and I think it's something that it's like, if you can't fight them, join them type of thing. Yeah. So it's like, if we can't, we don't want to go head to head, so let's kind of make it a joint effort. Yeah. And I think that's a smart way to go about it, versus people who are trying to actively like combat them.
So
head-on.
adding to the controversy of this subject specifically, apparently in 2017, a group of people from the Small Craft Distillers Institute also banded together because it was up for renewal at that time, the rum crossover, and they fought it and then they lost. So I'm excited to see what comes from this. I would love to hear everybody's thoughts and feelings about this. But the other little quote that was in there is that they're also pushing for this legislation to change in order to positively affect actual Puerto Ricans in Puerto Rico.
Okay, that's amazing.
And they're pushing for our tax dollars, because remember guys, these are our tax dollars given to these companies. So what they're trying to say is that part of the proceeds should go to the preservation of natural resources and infrastructure in Puerto Rico, which I personally love. If you have not been to Puerto Rico, I have not been to Puerto Rico in many, many years.
Yeah, it's
but if you see any of the images, their infrastructure is completely collapsed.
Yeah, they need a lot of help.
I definitely need to go back. I know a group of the Romeliers and the group,
let's sum it up.
Yeah, Puerto Rico trip.
It's U.S. territory, you guys. There's no reason why they should be suffering like they are.
Yeah. So I thought that was interesting. What are your thoughts about this?
I mean, there's so much going on.
Yeah.
I feel like the beer industry, like I said, at least with Florida, they're realizing like it's not that it's a lost battle, but they're trying to just kind of gain where they can. So they're you can't fight them, join them.
Yeah, and by the way, they're trying to pass a bipartisan bill with this.
Yeah, so
like
beer in general, overall, nationally speaking, they're trying to overtake and say like rum is doing it wrong. But I think it's because they realize that rum is in fact a growing industry. Rum is in fact, you know, it's becoming a much more profitable, much more lucrative business than it used to be. Obviously, this is a very beer-driven country, very bourbon-driven country.
Yeah.
But that being said, the global rum market right now, as it stands, based off of, you know, projections and things like that, it's looking at 2024 to 2028 increasing at $9.1 billion, which is a 7.06% increase in their industry. And
that's huge.
That's huge. And that's in a matter of 4 years, you guys. We're not talking 10 years, we're not talking 20 years, that's in 4 years. And things that are driving that kind of growth are sales on e-commerce. E-commerce is blowing up in any industry, especially post-COVID, and
with everybody working from home,
people
too,
work from home
like
because again of COVID. So people are shopping online, malls are declining. So anything that's online, including alcohol sales, is going to go up. So, and also millennials are increasing their demand for rum. Cocktails made with rum, like rum-based cocktails.
And transparency in the rums that they're consuming, because we're more, I'm gonna include myself, because even though I am an elder millennial, I'm still a millennial.
We're both millennials here, people. Gen Zs, we love you too. Gen Xs, we love you too, but we're both millennials.
But, like, we want more transparency. We want to know where the rum is coming from, what you're doing with it.
We're very eco-conscious.
Eco-conscious,
we're very, like, listen, we would love for the planet to still exist for future generations. So we're very much, you know, demanding beverages, liquors, alcohol that is more eco-friendly. I feel like rum is definitely at the forefront of that.
Absolutely.
So all of those things are taken into account when they're looking at these projections, when they're looking at these, you know, numbers for the future. So yeah, rum right now, we're going up. There's no decline at the present moment as to the rum industry. It's just increasing. As far as beer, I'm not a huge beer person. I can't even consider myself a beer enthusiast, honestly. I'll drink it don't get me started.
Because I have to.
Yeah, don't get me started on an IPA. You try to hand me an IPA, I will politely decline. But I'm not an enthusiast by any shape or, you know, anything like that. But as far as beer, I feel like they realize that the rum market is in fact growing. The bourbon market is in fact growing. And they're like, we've got to either nip this in the bud, which is I think what that industry, that article that you were talking about is trying to do. They're trying to say like, oh, we can't, you know, they're trying to cut the horse off at the head. Or other companies like Florida-based companies are saying, if you can't fight them, join them. And that's where they're kind of doing those collabs. They're doing those, you know, beers Asian rum casks or vice versa, rum Asian beer casks. And you're finding those like beautiful, and it's a beautiful freaking harmony, you guys. It doesn't have to be a fight them, join them type situation. There's room for everybody in the market.
There is.
Right now.
It totally is.
Yeah. So that's what I have to say about that.
Bonsoir, Rajiv. Ça va? Rajiv just tuned in. I believe you're in Saint Martin, right? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Bonsoir.
Thank you for tuning in. I know it's your first
Merci.
time, so appreciate your support.
We're keeping with the French. Merci beaucoup.
Yeah.
I haven't had French in
since high school.
Many years. Not even high school. We're talking over 25 years ago. But yeah, no. So yeah, that's what I have regarding the Rumonomics.
Awesome. So now we got, as always, the little segment called new releases. So do you want to start with your new releases?
All right, you guys.
So these are rums that we're excited about and
Okay.
releases that we are definitely going to look into.
So one of the first ones I have, unfortunately, is not available in the U.S. It's not available in the U.S. right now. Je m'appelle Nani.
Je m'appelle Nia.
Our producer's telling us to speak more French. I have very, very, very limited French right now. But one of the new releases we're discussing is not available in the U.S. currently. They are an Indian company straight out of India, New Delhi. So this particular company is called Spaceman Spirits Lab Limited.
That sounds so
Private
cool.
Limited. Right? It's like Spaceman.
Wow,
Yeah.
love
And
it.
so they normally are makers of gin. But I guess they see that rum is a growing economy. They're like, let's capitalize on that. And so they've come out with a rum
if you
collection.
did, yeah. And the other thing I just found out when we went to Jamaica, because we tried a couple of rums from India, they are the largest, it's not producer, but they're the largest holder of sugarcane in the world. Like they are, yeah.
That's not surprising.
Like
They're one
they
of the
have
largest
the
countries in
most
world.
amount of sugarcane fields in the world, which is amazing.
Because they're in the tropics. They're right along the equator, so that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that being said, so normally, like I said, they craft their Indian gin, which is samsara, but they're coming out with a new rum collection series called Sitara, and I'm probably completely butchering it because the actual word had symbols and signs all over their freaking name. It's spelled Sitara, Sitara. I apologize in advance if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly. And so the first collection in the series is called The Maiden Voyage. And they've released thus far 2 premium variants, which is distilled on the Indian Peninsula. Again, all tropical there. They're right along the equator. If y'all don't know geography, shame on you. Look it up.
Shame on you.
I'm going to shame all y'all.
Rum news and geography with Nani.
You guys, come on now. You should know this by now. So their first one is a it's actually a barrel-aged white rum. So now I think aged, I don't think white. But
well,
that's
you can
misconception.
filter it and it'll take out the colors, but not, well,
usually.
if you're a rum snob, you don't want anything chill filtered or filtered at all because it technically does remove impurities, but it also removes the flavorings. So I could see how they could make a white rum aged.
Yeah.
Because they filter it.
It didn't mention filters. Unfortunately, I don't know if it's because it's not released outside of certain areas. It's not even released in all of India yet. It's released only in certain parts. There wasn't a ton of information, but it's a column and pot stilled blend of their Indian rums which is Asian virgin American oak, which is unusual. Usually it's ex-bourbon casks.
Yeah.
American oak.
You know what that means, right? That means very spicy, peppery rums.
Oh, that like nutty flavor.
Yeah, naturally peppery, spicy.
There's no virgin. Same way men like virgins, virgin oak.
Are you sure about that?
To an extent.
Comment down below, guys.
And then
virgins or non-virgin casks?
Casks. Specifically, not women. And then it's charcoal filtered.
Okay, that's where they're removing the color.
That's where the charcoal is, yeah, or where the filter is.
That's interesting.
And then their second one, you might kind of like this more.
Yeah.
It's a botanical spiced rum.
What does that mean?
So, again, it's also a column and pot still blend.
They make gin, so let's see. Okay, go ahead.
So it's a column and pot still blend. It's aged a little longer than their white rum, but it's infused with 7 hand-picked botanicals, including
juniper.
Y'all already know I like my fucking cinnamon.
She's so excited.
Cinnamon, ginger, orange, hibiscus, which surprised me.
I love hibiscus.
Because I was like, this is right up your alley. Hibiscus, vanilla, coffee, and cacao beans.
That is very interesting.
Yeah, because you think botanical, you think herbal, you know what I mean?
I think like gins, like junipers and lavender and...
Right, no, the only like floral one is the hibiscus, yeah.
Wow.
So I was like, oh, the cacao and the coffee, yeah, that kind of gives a little kick.
Okay, we're gonna have to look for this. So
Spaceman Spirits Lab, again, as of right now, it's in India. They are planning to expand it to, more global markets as they gain popularity, of course, but as of right now, it's India only. Another one I have, did you want to go first?
No, you finish your shebang bang boom.
Is the Santa Teresa. We spoke of them a little earlier.
Love Santa Teresa.
Very, very good. They are releasing their first limited edition expression. Now, 1796 is a common one, but it's a Speyside whiskey cask finish. So now, this is made specifically, and again, we were listing earlier the rums for people who love their whiskey, who love their bourbon. This one is made specifically for you whiskey lovers. So it has an extra long finish. It's inspired by Venezuela and Scottish Highlands. It has notes of toffee, sugarcane, honey, melted barley, hints of apricot and dried fruits, caramelized almonds, which I was like,
sounds like heaven.
Right. Dark chocolate. I was like, okay. And then, quote unquote, a subtle black pepper tingle finish. So I thought that was a little interesting. And it's not too bad. It's about $50 a bottle. So we actually do have
a regular Santa Teresa bottle.
A Santa Teresa 1796. It's not the limited edition, but it is a Santa Teresa 1796 bottle.
This is phenomenal. By the way, if you're not familiar with Venezuela, they have a very specific GI, which means something cannot be called a Venezuelan rum unless it's made in a specific way in Venezuela. So they do have a DOC, which is it's an Italian abbreviation, kind of the same for like champagne and prosecco and all the fancy shit that everybody drinks and eats, caviar, like all that stuff. Venezuela is one of the few countries that has this specific designation. So if you ever see it, like this one specifically on the back, it says Venezuela DOC, which is Designación d'Origine Contrôlée. But basically it means that it has to be made a specific way, which is usually highly encouraged because it promotes local economy, people, the whole.
Y'all can even see like the wax is like melted. It's like it's not factory. It's like you can tell it's like a hand melted wax. It even has like these little beautiful flaws in it. You guys, it's a beautiful, beautiful bottle, 1796. We have had this rum. It's very, very good.
And it is a true sipping rum, by the way, because there's no sugar added to that. It's an incredible rum. I absolutely love it.
Yeah. Well, that's all I have as far as my new releases.
I do have a couple of releases I definitely want to talk about. So the first one, speaking of vintage Diplomatico, I have the 2005, and I have to correct myself. The one that's coming out, it's not the 2007. It's not the 2010. It's the 2007 vintage Diplomatico. By the way, if you haven't seen this bottle, it comes in an amazing box. It's a beautiful bottle. They age it extensively. Then the next rum release I want to talk about, which is actually very exciting because there's very few distilleries in Hawaii, or Hawaii as some people call it, is the Koana Rum Heirloom Collection. So this year is the first year that they release 4 small bottles that are engraved. One's gonna be a white rum. If you're not familiar with Koana, they are a single estate rum distillery. They are kind of like a RHUM style of a rum because they do use sugarcane juice. We had the pleasure of having the owner of Koana in one of our virtual happy hours. Super cool guy, super nice. Great story behind the company.
We've mentioned them before, so if you guys haven't looked them up, definitely give them a little look-see.
Yeah, because they are a new distillery. So in this 4 engraved bottle package of their heirloom collection, they basically have a white rum. So that's probably going to be the closest thing to a RHUM style rum, like a rum agricole. The next one is going to be a rum aged in ex-bourbon. They don't disclose how long. The third one is going to be an American oak, so virgin American oak aged rum, which is really interesting. And then the last one, which is the most unique one, and I would love to get a single bottle of this in my hands, is the Koa wood finished rum from theirs. Koa wood is only found in Hawaii, so I'm assuming it's going to be quite interesting.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, we did have a new segment that we wanted to add to Rum News that I'm super excited. Since we are in Florida, we definitely want to pay homage to all the distilleries we have here, which
there's so many.
By the way, let me show you the map. I'll be right back in 5 seconds.
I really thought she was about to be like, look at our map. And do real cool prompter status.
I wish. No,
we're not there yet.
But look at this map. This map is of Florida Craft Spirits Association. This is how many distilleries we have. Now, not all of them make rum, but
that's a lot, y'all. That's 40. Almost 40.
Yeah. But a lot of these make rums for other rum companies, aka independent bottlers. So don't dismiss these people just because they might not make rum. They might be making rum for other companies.
Yeah.
So check them out, Florida Craft Spirits. We have a couple of friends in this list that we truly love, and we're always gonna spread the news about what's going on with them. So speaking of breaking news for Florida Rum Distillery, my favorite Copper Bottom up in Holy Hill, Florida. They are tremendous with all their products. Let me tell you, Bacardi ain't got nothing on their silver rum, and I'm not even exaggerating. That is my favorite white or transparent rum.
And she's not a white rum type person. She likes aged, the occasional spice. She's not a white rum type person.
Or rum agricoles.
Yeah, that's a lot for her to say that she has a favorite white.
Yeah. When we make, when Phil makes his famous coconut mojitos and green grape mojitos, we use their rum.
Oh, green grape. Phil, you're holding out on me.
But listen to this.
I haven't had that one.
They're coming up with their first bottled in bond rum. It's aged 6 years.
Okay.
In ex Heaven Hill barrels, which is a bourbon. Correct me if I'm wrong, Phil. But 6 years for a rum here in the U.S. that has no regulation of what's going to be called. You want to guess the price point on this bottle?
Her having me guess tells me it's either going to be really high or a lot lower than it should be. I'm gonna guess we're talking like a regular 750, 700 milliliter bottle. 30?
It's aged 6 years. And bottled in bond. It's
50.
It's $110.
That's not bad, y'all.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
So
like I was like, it's either gonna be really high or really low. I went one way.
So this is very, very exciting. Then the second Florida rum news that we wanted to talk about was Siesta Key. If you're not familiar with Siesta Key, we love them so much. They're up in Sarasota, Florida. They have the best toasted coconut rum. Now,
I ran out of my
caveat, if you're not a very sweet rum fan, you might not like this because they do sweeten the rum a little bit by very natural organic honey, but it's just a very, very smidge.
So I prefer sweet, and their toasted coconut is chef's kiss. It is so freaking good.
Because they're one of the few companies that doesn't use flavorings. Crazy backstory, because we went up there, we toured the distillery. If you have not seen that video, shame on you. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button.
My phrases, shame on you.
Yeah. Check out the rum distillery tours. It's a very, it's not even that small. It's actually medium-sized distillery, but basically they grab coconuts, they take out the inside of the coconut, toast it, and then infuse it once the rum is distilled, and then they infuse it with the toasted coconut in there. And they're so eco-conscious that toasted coconut that's left after it's infused with the rum is sold to local farmers
so good,
to feed their cows. So those cows are having a blast with that toasted coconut.
It's really good, you guys. Okay, there's a chain. I don't know. I know it's pretty big along the East Coast. I don't know if it's big in the Midwest or the West Coast. Kilwins that has a toasted coconut ice cream.
Oh, so good.
This rum might as well be like the liquefied version.
Yes, I agree.
The adult version of that. It's so good. You think of toasted coconut, it's literally this in a liquid form, and it's adult style. So it's really fucking good.
Yeah. So
I see you.
Yeah, John is saying negative on the virgins, no experience, and then he said Marianne is gonna kill me. Yeah, he is. Phil said that bottled in bond ain't cheap. Florida Angels are thirsty. They sure are. The Caribbean, we're looking at what, 7 to 9%?
Go up in the comments.
7 to 9%.
Go up to where? How far up are we going?
Oh, Rajiv also said.
Okay.
He was recommending. Phil asked him for some recommendations of rum in Saint Martin. He said with the French side and the Dutch side, we have.
Phil, why are you saying I like virgin?
He's saying they have a lot of choices on rum, R-U-M, rum, R-H-U-M, and R-O-N. Oh, he said there is a rum gouverneur who have a warehouse where they're aging their rum. Ooh, that's interesting. So, Rajiv, this is not your best rum from Saint Martin, I'm assuming. This is...
I haven't been to Saint Martin in years. We need to plan a trip.
Yeah.
Virgin
Islands.
Islands.
Loved it. It was very nice. It was fun.
Virgin Islands. My cab driver almost killed me, but so much fun.
Our cab driver almost killed us too when we were on the French side, but it was fun. It was fun.
So much fun. We need to plan a trip. Okay, we have lots of trips this past 2023 that we've discussed that we need to if
anybody wants to sponsor us, Expedia, Priceline, you know, no pressure. Kaylee Cuoco, whatever the fuck her name is, sponsor us because we need to travel to all these places.
Okay. Of all people.
Because you know she's like the official person for Priceline. Do you not remember? Yeah, now you remember.
No, she is, but I was like, Kaylee Cuoco. She's talking about rum, and then she's like, Kaylee Cuoco. I'm like, where's the...
The connection is she saves.
Priceline.
She saves.
Got it.
She shaves. No, she doesn't shave.
But it's her and Robert Wagner, so Captain Kirk. Star Trek 1970s. Who may
Can't
or
relate.
may,
Star Wars
Actually,
fan.
I was about to say something,
Star
but
Wars
because of YouTube and whatever laws, I'm not going to.
What laws? As long as it doesn't rhyme with ape, we're good.
No.
Anyway,
he supposedly may or may not have murdered someone.
oh, feels like Nia, you can't complain. Where are we going in a few months? Breaking news! Since we love rum news, breaking news. Not officially.
Again, wasn't invited, but that's alright. Just saying.
We're going to Martinique, April to May. Very excited for that. Si vous êtes à Martinique, donne-moi un message comme ça on peut nous rejoindre.
She hasn't lived
I'm
in
still
France in a
practicing
very
my
long
French.
time. It's been a very. Not only is it French though, because obviously you were in France, but it's like slangy French because it's the Caribbean, so it's not the same, right?
I don't know if in Martinique they speak. Well,
I would think it's
maybe
slangy because of
Rajiv.
dialect.
Maybe Rajiv can give us some insight. And I'm sorry if I
I said,
mispronounced.
earlier, Paul asked him, and he said he's in France. So
No, Phil asked him if he's in France, and he said, no, he's in Saint Martin.
I'm super confused because I could have sworn Paul asked him if he was in France, and he said yes.
Oh, really? No, I don't think he's in France. He's in Saint Martin.
Rajiv, if you could let us know, please.
Yeah.
because
Anyway,
we are clearly seeing two different conversations.
Paul asked.
Yes.
He's not.
Okay.
he's in Saint Martin.
Okay.
Okay. Good.
So we were both right. Paul asked.
Oh, see, this is not endorsed by a Saint Martin person. So, but this was a gift, Rajiv. So
He
I really
doesn't like,
appreciate
he
it.
says.
It was good. I'll definitely make a cake with that. Just saying. Another Florida rum news is Siesta Key Tiki Christmas Party. If you are up in the Sarasota area.
Which is not far from us.
That's why we went down the rabbit hole. They have a party Friday and Saturday with rum drinks, which is very exciting. But for $40, you can enter into their barrel giveaway. So you will get a Siesta Key rum barrel to do with it what your heart desires.
But how big of a barrel?
The big.
Like a full barrel?
Yeah, like a
For $40?
Yes. Well,
whatever the ticket.
I think the ticket for the Tiki Christmas.
You guys, that's a steal. If
Yeah.
you're local, go for it. I'm not gonna be in town, but freaking go for it. Or otherwise I'd be like, bitch, let's go.
Let's go. We love Sarasota.
I love the West Coast amazeballs.
And then the last Florida rum news I have, which is huge. Our fellow rummelier Anthony just released Progress Rum. You can find his silver and aged rum, which is a blend of Jamaican, Barbados, and Venezuelan rum. So we're really excited to support him and give him all the kudos and so on and so forth, because he's been working on this for quite a while. Progress Rum, basically out of Hialeah, Florida. Hialeah, óyeme, papo. You know? Calle Ocho. You can find this rum. They're between $20 to $40 in the June Liquors.
Yo. Whew. That was a lot.
But wait, speaking about Florida rum news, I'm gonna steal a segment from Paul's channel. Paul, I have a Florida woman rum news. How do you like that? I couldn't resist. So guys, I'm sure you've heard of Lorena Bobbitt.
I was gonna say it's not me.
I'm sure you've heard of Lorena Bobbitt, the woman who
castrated her husband in his sleep, drove off with his package,
and threw it out the window, right?
Yeah.
By the way, she's Ecuadorian, so watch out. watch out for me.
Oh, was she really?
She
I
was
didn't know that.
Ecuadorian.
I'm breaking shit. Don't
Don't pay attention to me. She was Ecuadorian, so watch out for me ×1. And
Phil specifically.
And I have a fresh Florida woman story, and it is that this woman whacked a man on the head with a hammer because she talked to him about drinking rum, and he refused because he does not drink rum. So watch out for me twice. I am Ecuadorian and Florida woman ×2.
3. And rum drinker.
And rum drinker
×3.
So watch out. Watch out for me, guys.
Phil better watch his back. And that's my cousin, y'all. And I'm like, but if she calls me at 3 a.m., bitch, I need help hiding a body, I got you.
Partner in crime.
I got you.
Okay, so are we ready to try some rum?
Y'all, we have so much rum to try. We probably should have paced ourselves and gone through this like as we were talking about them.
No, but we have some water. We're going to talk about a couple of things. We're going to read the comments.
We have water. We haven't had water.
Oh, Raju said okay. John says Papa's in Key West. Yes, they're okay. They're okay. They have a lot of sugar.
Not one of her favorites. She doesn't like rums with a lot of additives and artificial sweeteners.
So Nani, since you are pretty much the virgin palate girl, which one would you like to try first? We have a lot, guys.
There's so many. You guys, we're trying all of these plus a couple of other little samples.
Have them tell you what to try.
We haven't even talked about Hamden yet.
Yes. So
you guys,
huge news, huge breaking news. By the way, I'm gonna bring this puppy out. Hold on.
It's not even on camera. I tried to put the bottles as. Hold on, let me help you here.
No, I got it. No,
I feel like it's gonna be heavy.
I got it. I'm gonna break it. Just kidding.
No, I just meant in terms of
guys,
getting it lifted.
This is breaking news for my rum channel and for rum news. I'm gonna get there. We just received the Hamden Estate
heavy
single Jamaican rum marks collection. Now, if you are not familiar with Hamden, I just came back from Jamaica, super fangirl of Hamden. They are, I'd say, one of the oldest continuing distilling rum companies in Jamaica. But the most amazing thing about this is that you truly get to educate yourself on how their rums are made. The reason behind this is that basically they're so passionate about their rum, which, by the way, when we went there, we got to meet the owners. This is a collection of their 8 marks. Their 8 marks are unaged, and they talk about how they are not only, so the most amazing thing about this is their 8 marks. They are 200 milliliters of a bottle.
Which is a lot, you guys. It's not just sample size. It's a big bottle.
Because any other time that I've received the marks from any other company, they're smaller. Very small.
Like a normal sample size.
Samples. So something like this.
A few fluid ounces.
Yeah, so something like this. So just for comparison's sake, right? And then this paper breaks down the raw materials in each one of these. The fermentation length in days for each one of these. And the distillation process for each one of these. Then you also have how many grams per hectoliter of alcohol in each one of this. So this is, I'm so excited to try this. We'll have to do a separate video review for this. You can definitely come collab, Nani, if you want to come and try this. But basically, marks.
It's a lot of alcohol.
Yeah. But basically, the marks are what make distilleries different aged alcohol. So the marks are aged and then blended to create rum. For example, we have the Hamden Great House Distillery 2023 edition, which it's not available in the US yet, but because we went to Jamaica, we were able to scoop this up. And then the other thing we were able to scoop up with the Rum World group was the New Beginnings, which was a very special release that Christelle and her husband released for their wedding.
Oh, shit.
And originally it was only for the people that attended their wedding. So huge shout out to Christelle from Hamden, and I believe his name is Matthew. Christelle and Matthew, they basically selected the marks. So they selected the marks in that box because currently they only make 8. Now rumor is that in 2024 they're coming out with their 9th mark. So when they come out with that mark, they're gonna come out with a full bottle of just that mark for people to try.
Oh shit.
So new rum news, these are things that if you are a rum nerd like I am, and some of you are in the chat, definitely keep an eye out for that, because that will bring Hamden to another level. It'll change their rums, but very excited to try this. Not going to open this yet. Gonna save it up for a special occasion. But Nani, we're gonna start with a bang. I want you to try this before you go through this.
Oh shit, we're gonna open up the Hamden.
So
while we're opening this up and pouring it, you guys let us know what you want us to try. We're gonna be trying all this. So you guys let us know what you want us to try next.
I want her to try this because it's a very special bottle. If you're not familiar with Hamden and their Great House releases, this is a very special bottle because it's an homage to the family's home that they have on the single estate plantation.
Okay.
Apologies, the distillery. And you can see a beautiful picture of their house. I'll have videos, by the way, of all these tours, so please coming up, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. I'm going to have a lot of it, like I'm going to have Long Pond, which is not open to the public. I'm going to have a video of Long Pond. I'm going to have a video of Hamden and their distillery. I'm also going to have a video of Worthy Park. Huge shout out to Zahn. He was such a gentleman and a scholar, as I always call him. He's the best. He's the brand ambassador for Worthy Park. Also Craig is part of the marketing crew there. Amazing. He actually was so kind to allow me to film, because typically they also don't allow you to film a lot of stuff there. So when the video is released, it will be approved by Worthy Park. So have you ever tried a Jamaican rum?
Off the top of my head, no.
Okay, so first things first is I'm going to switch up the glasses to what some people call a tulip glass. Now, the reason for this is that it acts a little bit more concentrated on the nose, as you can see.
It's like a Glencairn, but it's a little bit more narrow, and it obviously has the stem.
Yeah. And then the other thing is, on the Glencairn, your finger and the heat is going to affect the spirit in here, because it is going to be adjusted. But I want her to try this and be able to nose this with a little bit more precision. Also, the glass is a little bit thinner. So,
but you guys let us know. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different bottles here. We have Santa Teresa, Brugal, 1888. We have Chairman's Reserve, Mount Gay XO, Brugal Visionaria, Passage Rum. This is Papas Pilar. And the Real McCoy. You guys let us know which one.
we're good.
Let us know which one you guys want us to try next.
So I highly recommend starting with a water, since we're
palate cleanser.
Palate cleanser.
Well, I killed mine.
Now, unfortunately, it doesn't say what are the marks that are in this, but if anybody could do some research, it just says fully matured at the Hampden Estate Distillery, distilled in our pot stills at the Hampden Estate Distillery, which, by the way, no continuous columns at Hampden Estate. You know your girl, hashtag I love big pots and I cannot lie. This place,
I thought that was gonna go in a totally different direction.
this place when we went up to the distilling floor, they had 3 rows or 4 rows of huge pots with a double retort distilling their rum. Now, if you're not familiar with rum, it's okay.
It smells fruitier than I thought.
But the typical thing with pot stills is that they deliver a lot of
the aromas are out of this world. I don't think I've ever smelled a rum like this. It's like, picture yourself, if you were in a field, picture tropical fruits. If you're in a field of tropical fruits, that's what the smell is. I can't pinpoint like a specific, bananas, mangoes, papaya, like a tropical fruit field. That's what the smells like.
Now, I don't know how long this is aged for. Phil, can you find out, please? Now, I don't even know what they age in. I think Worthy Park does a lot of ex-Tennessee bourbon barrels, but I don't know what Hampden doesn't. But I know that they do a lot of very unique things, which is in their rums, not only do they use dunder or muck pits, but they also use a juice made from the sugar cane, and they allow it to age and turn into vinegar. And they use it in their rums too.
It smells like, if y'all, okay, I don't know if y'all have ever had a Bananas Foster. So Bananas Foster is bananas caramelized in rum. Yeah. That's what this smells like. It smells so sweet, but so fruity, yet not too sweet that you're like, ugh. It literally smells like Bananas Foster. That's what it's reminiscent to me of.
Okay, ready to taste it? Cheers. I hope you really enjoy. This is still not available in the US, by the way. We are one of the few people that has this first bottle. Yeah. So before you taste all these other things, this is very, very special.
I could just smell this. So good.
There's no age statement, but it can be aged anywhere from 4 to 11 years. There's no age statement.
Okay.
So there's no age statement?
2023 has no age statement because we don't know.
Can you look at the 2022?
2021 was 11 years.
Okay, so 2022 is safe to say in between. If 2021 is 11?
So you're looking at rum. Obviously it's a blend because they have 8 marks.
2022.
No. This one she said is 2021.
No, this is 2023.
That's 2023.
So just for perspective, this could potentially have rums as young as 4 to 11 years, which is already better than most rums around the world, just saying.
It smells like banana. I cannot get my head out of Bananas Foster because I think of bananas being caramelized in rum with like brown sugar. Oh, that sounds
And
so
for
good.
me, in this type of rum, I'm getting a lot of like, obviously caramel notes, but I also get a lot of floral notes like gardenia and like very soft, like jasmine. That's what I get, kind of like a floral,
jasmine,
like perfumey.
I get no floral.
For me, this is like
the aftertaste,
like perfume.
The after, a little bit lingering in the throat. Not the initial or the no sense though. Paul says,
what did it say?
Paul says, Nani, come to Key West next August. What's next August?
Oh, there's like some pirate festival, I think. Paul, can you remind me?
Okay, surprising. I've lived in Florida way longer than this is embarrassing. I've never been to Key West. I've been
oh my God.
I've been to Isla
Jesus
Morada, I've been
Christ.
to Marathon, I've been to Duck Key, I've been to Key Largo, blah, 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 blah. Never been to Key West. I've never been that far south. Never been to Key West. So, what's in Key West? I don't know what's in Key West.
It's like apparently it's like a bus / pirate thing with code rum. So we might have to check it out. Sorry.
Ooh, bless you. My allergies are level 2. Okay, for y'all that don't know, you know we're in Florida. Our temperature dropped about 30 degrees today. My allergies have been kicking it into high gear. I don't know what her allergies are doing, but my allergies are like all over the place right now. I had to take some allergy medication before I got here.
But this is amazing. Let us know in the comments down below if you'll be getting a bottle of this Hamden. I'm gonna try and scoop up all the great houses so we can compare and do you guys like comparison? I kind of do.
Yeah.
I want to see how it changes. I know the very first one is from like 3 years ago, the 2020. I know it's Jami from Ready Set Rum's favorite, but I love to hear his take on the 2023.
Paul
yeah.
said why? Why what? I'm
Why what?
confused.
Oh, Phil's like, it's my birthday.
But why what? You're gonna have to clarify, Paul. John's just trying to get me drunk.
Probably.
No, he says, please make her drink all of them.
Oh, yeah,
So
she's-
he's clearly trying to get me drunk.
Okay, guys, so that was the Hamden. We gotta start with that because honestly, I really wanted her to appreciate this. Everything else is available in the US right now. You can get it. Some of this is a little bit more on the flavored side, so I didn't want to kill her palate.
That has a little bit of a burn, too.
It does.
Not a little bit. It has a lot of a burn.
Yeah, because you
More
want to
than
know.
I would think.
You want to know what it is?
Is it? If you tell me it's fucking cinnamon, I will kill you.
No.
Oh, what is it?
It's 57% alcohol by
That's
volume.
not too bad. Anybody who's watched us knows I'm not a huge fan of spices.
Double that, that's the proof.
No, I get
So it's
that.
like over
It's
100 proof.
115, yeah, but okay, y'all have seen me try all sorts of stuff on this channel. I don't know.
No, it's not cinnamon, Paul. It's not cinnamon.
The cinnamon is not heavy on that. It tastes a lot. It burns a lot more than it smells. It smells, like I said, friggin' bananas Foster caramelized. We're getting notes from our
Come on.
engineer,
Super
producers.
Thank you.
You just leave them right there.
Guys, and the thing is with this, the Hamden Grey House, the more you let it, it's truly a sipping rum. The more you let time pass, it's like the rum gets oxidized and it starts getting better and better and better. I'm so excited. We've
All right.
quite a bit of this.
What's next, you guys? All right, Paul, what are you saying? Phil took my glasses. I can't see shit. I can't read now.
Fuck, okay.
Is it cinnamon? Cinnamon.
Oh, Phil said it's his birthday. Paul said, must be all the spiced rum making you sneeze. No, this is not spiced
It's
rum
not the
at
spiced
all.
rum. It's it literally dropped 30 degrees. It was fucking 90. It's now almost into the 50s. It's the temperature. It's messing with, I don't know about her, but it messes with my sinuses a lot. All right, so what's next, you guys? What do you want to try since nobody seems to want to indicate?
Does anybody...
We've tried the real. Let's try something neither of us. We haven't tried this one. We haven't tried this one. We haven't. These are all closed, sealed.
Okay, but
Let's
I've
try
tried this
something
one, I've tried this 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 one. But I haven't tried this one. And you guys know I love me some Mount Gay, so let's open this
Mount
puppy.
Gay is like.
Look
it's
at
like,
me.
It's like religion in this house.
Look,
I don't know.
I'm cutting this thing.
The seal is. It's not even open. Which one is this one again?
Other
Oh,
great
this
thing
sounds
about this specific bottle is that I got this in Barbados last time we were there.
Get close to the mic for the pop.
Oh,
for the,
hold on.
Y'all, the pop is the best. It's like pop.
And here, this is the reason how you can tell this is bought in Barbados. Look at the drinking age. It says, sorry, I apologize, my nails, I haven't gotten them done. It says 18 plus. That means you have to be 18 and above to drink. Don't be pregnant, don't drink and drive, but this is how you can tell this is from Barbados. The genius behind everything Mount Gay is Trudy and Brinker. You see her. This is the master blender. This is the triple cast blend XO. The bottle number is A0057222. So it even has a bottle number. This is how cool this bottle is. Let's wait for the pop. Woo.
Anybody who's followed us.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Not as good as I was expecting, but it's pretty good.
And this is real cork, people. Real cork.
Anybody who knows anything about me, who's followed us, who's followed Nia, I'm all about that cork sound, that pop sound. So that's why we brought it to you exclusive here. This is a brand new bottle. Just took the plastic off. Just broke the seal. Mount Gay XO Reserve. We're gonna be trying this for the first time, so I'm excited.
So Nani, the other thing we tried about Mount Gay that not a lot of people have been able to try is the Mount Gay single estate. What did you think about that?
You guys, if you haven't already had it, probably not.
$400 a bottle here in the US.
Probably not. We got to have, anybody who tuned in last episode knows that we mentioned this briefly. We got the exclusive sample. So good. So freaking good.
Huge shout out to all the team at Remy Cointreau because they so kindly, and the Florida Rum Society, by the way, this is how I found out about this event. It was a Mount Gay / beach cleanup
with For
event with For Ocean. So we basically helped clean the beach, which, as we know, we
wish we could have done it longer. Weather, unfortunately, impeded us.
Thunderstorm.
We've literally talked about, like, let's buy our own stuff. Let's go to the beach. Let's clean up. We are both very eco-friendly. She more so than I, as far as like home stuff, but love the environment. We want to leave some kind of society, some kind of environment for our future generations. Very, very big on that. Humans suck as a whole. That's not news. Humans friggin' suck. So it was amazing to be able to team up with Remy Cointreau and be able to go with For Ocean and clean up and do what we needed to do. Unfortunately, we weren't able to do it for longer, but even still, we got 15 or 20 pounds or so, I think, of trash that night. And we were out there for a very short time in Miami Beach. And she and I have discussed, let's buy our own stuff. Let's go to the beach. We both live less than a mile from the beach. Let's go. Let's clean it up. If any of you live within a beach, live within something that's kind of eco-friendly and can do your part, please do. And you have nothing to do. We spend so much time on the internet, on Instagram, on social media. It doesn't kill you to go out and do something to help your environment.
Get your steps in, people.
Get your steps in. It helps you. It helps the environment. It helps future generations. It doesn't hurt.
Huge shout out to Elan from Collective 1808.
Elan.
Also, the crew from Sweet Liberty that so kindly hosted us. They gave us food. They gave us phenomenal drinks. The best daiquiris of my life. The best pina colada of
using Mount Gay Black Barrel.
Yeah.
The best daiquiris ever. Well balanced. Oh, so good. I'll go back. I don't drive to Miami. Y'all, anybody who knows me, I avoid Miami like the plague. I will drive to Sweet Liberty to get those daiquiris because they were so damn good. We have so many.
What's the name of the manager? I'm trying to look him up. He was so great. It was like, oh, not just the bartender. No, I don't remember.
I have all of them. Please hold while we pull this up. We're talking about the manager?
Yeah, he was so nice at Sweet Liberty.
Everybody at Sweet Liberty was this freaking sweet. There was J Pink. We have
Anyway, everybody at Sweet Liberty was amazing. Was so incredible. Huge shout out to them and everybody at Collective 808, 1808.
We had Hillary, we had Lauren, we had
Hillary, Lauren, especially Lauren. I was very scared to ask her for a sample of the Mount Gay single estate, and she so kindly was like, yes, absolutely, take anything you want, try everything. We also tried the Mount Gay Eclipse Navy Strength, which was amazing.
Which her boyfriend, my cousin, was amazing enough to bestow her with as a gift, as a gift.
Yeah, he got me the bottle, which was really cool. So if you see any of that post, thank Phil, because he's the one that so graciously got me that bottle. So ready to try this? Oh, that smells. It smells like dried fruits, like prunes, a little bit of nuttiness in there, like walnuts.
I definitely got more nuttiness than fruity.
Yeah. This is amazing. Cheers. Oh my god. That is so sweet.
That hugs me more than I thought it would, though.
For me, that hugged me 0. The chesticles are fine.
My testicles are a little less.
Oh my god. That is so good.
That is very good, though.
Oh, now I want to bring the Mount Gay Black Barrel because we love it so much.
Y'all, if you haven't had Mount Gay Black Barrel, I can't even pop this in. If you haven't had the Black Barrel Mount Gay.
But wait, what we had that day was the cask strength. Which, by the way, you can only get that at the distillery.
You can't.
And
they're done.
And Lauren told us it was sold out. But I got a little sneak peek of what's actually in the distillery. If you do make it to Barbados, I think they still have a couple of samples of that available.
Oh, what we got? Oh.
Yeah, so this is what the Black Barrel looks like.
This is what our daiquiris were made of.
No. They had the cask strength.
Were they using the cask strength? I thought they were using the regular Black Barrel.
Nope. They're using the cask strength. So guys, we got spoiled. We got super spoiled that day.
If you don't live in Florida, well,
too bad.
Sorry. TBD.
But guys, go see Mount Gay. They are officially a single estate distillery. These are amazing, tremendous products. They've been working for quite a while, but this single estate rum that they just came out with, this is just the freaking beginning of all of this. And when you start with products like this, you cannot go wrong. Huge fan of them. Huge fan of Maggie Campbell.
She has like 100 bottles of just
Trudy Ann Branker. Tina, who was our tour guide, huge shout out to her. She was lovely.
Mount Gay, regardless of their rum, just as a corporation, is so good and so encompassing and so environmentally conscious.
Yeah, they're planning on being neutral.
Mount Gay is amazing.
Yeah, they're gonna be carbon neutral by 2025, which is amazing.
Y'all blink.
Oh, Miguel, by the way, the world ambassador for Mount Gay, Miguel, tremendous gentleman. It was so nice to meet you in Barbados. I'm dying to go back. If we can, we should definitely try the Food and Rum Festival or the Barbados Expo because they have a lot of rum stuff there. So I don't know, we'll see.
There's a lot to come in 2024. Y'all don't even know. We'll be at the Miami Rum Congress.
Yes, that's for starters, February 9th through the
beginning
11th.
Of the year. We both have a little, I can't say we both, but I have a lot of trips coming up in the next few weeks. But come February, we will be
there Saturday. Saturday, February 9th, I think is the date. come see us. We'll be walking around, hanging out,
see
drinking
my
some
Rum Diaries
rum.
channel t-shirts.
Yeah.
We'll be advocating. You guys come say hi. Please, we love to hear from you guys. Please say hi. We will not be, standoffish. We will not be, whatever you guys. Please just come.
You have a director override.
Yeah, so February 10th.
Director override.
Oh, the director and our producer is overriding.
Producer, engineer override.
I need you to pour me this as well.
Which one?
What I'm about to hand you. This is
I
a
have
very
an empty
special
glass.
bottle, and I need you to pour me some. And Nia,
Okay,
you guys, what do
Nia
we
will
have?
talk about this one because it is a very
What
special
do we have?
bottle.
Oh, okay.
Gregarious Grump for you guys.
Very special bottle. This is an independent bottler from Texas or Texas. Gregarious Grumps
Did
is
you say Texas? Like
I
we're
did.
not in the U.S.?
I don't know what that is.
Texas.
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 Anyway, this is a tremendous rum. I have been looking for this for a very long time for Phil. It's a 15-year-old rum that was distilled in 2006 and bottled in 2021. They have only released, are you ready?
I was saying she's talking about
220 bottles of this.
She's talking a lot, but she's not pouring shit.
220 bottles of this.
Please hold.
If you're not familiar with Travelers, they're a very big, probably the largest distillery in Belize. We need to go to Belize. We dive, so.
Jesus.
Oh my God, pirate pour.
Fucking hey. Is this really what I'm gonna? Okay.
No, don't.
Can I share this with you? Yeah, let me. Yeah.
I was
of course.
saying give him.
Yeah, this.
Hold on.
This. Yeah, I love
I
it.
clearly.
Well, I love it, but.
And I'm like, I'm not a pirate pour. I'm a captain pour. There's a difference.
What's the difference?
Can I pour it in?
Pirate versus captain. Yeah, pour some in there. For you guys to see.
Oh, that shit's expensive. Don't be pouring that shit out like that.
Yeah, so what was the MSRP? $189 plus taxes.
You've paid more. It's fine. I know. I'm with this bitch on her rum shoppings.
Okay, Nani,
Where's
what's
your glass?
next?
Where's your glass?
Empty.
Oh, it's here.
This one's almost. I don't even know what's in this one.
The Mount Gay XO.
Empty. Where's my third one? Oh, that's my third one.
That's
Did
not
you taste the XO?
Yeah. No, I did.
Is it good?
No,
Yes,
this
it
was amazing.
Can you tell me what your flavor profile is?
She already did.
We
She already
already
did.
discussed all of it.
Now-
let me pour some.
Anybody else wants to say what Nani should try next? Phil, you said Papa's Pilar?
Is that what it?
That is
He
so-
stole my glasses. I can't see shit.
The reason why I said Papa's is because we've had that bottle for 5 years.
And has not been broken
Actually,
yet.
we bought that bottle at Papa's and we've had it for 5 years.
And it has not been broken.
Well, that's a brand new
I
bottle.
think you're lying,
That's what I'm
but sure. We'll open up this Papa's. So, as I talked about this bottle, great story, love Ernest Hemingway. This is a Solera style artisanal blend. So there are some rums in here. It does say 24 Solera profile. I don't think it's 24-year-old rum per se.
So what's the 24 you think?
But it all depends what's in what's called a criadera. So if you're not familiar,
The creator?
no, criadera is like
If we were to
like the
translate it.
nursery. So in
Okay.
Spain typically is when they do the Solera the Solera style of rum. So basically they put their youngest barrels and their youngest rum on the bottom, and every so often they switch it to the next level.
Okay.
And they blend rums from different ages. That's why it's a little bit controversial, but if it's done right, it's a phenomenal rum because
we're all about controversy. You don't give a
it depends how it's aged and if anything is added. Now, I know for a fact, Phil, can you research how much sugar is in this? I think there was quite a bit last I checked. I think it was like 32 grams per liter or something crazy like that.
I like sweet, y'all. Anybody who's followed us knows I like sweet, but damn. Damn.
Yeah. So
32 grams of sugar is a lot. And that's per serving?
no, per liter, per liter.
Okay.
Here, I'll give you some of
I
this
think
because this is.
Phil took my clean glass.
So this one says the sources of the rums, because remember this is a blend. It's from Dominican Republic,
Okay.
Florida, Venezuela, Panama, and Barbados. The distillation is
I.e.
pot.
translates to all the Caribbean.
And distillation is pot and column still, and blending style is Solera in ex-bourbon, port wine, and sherry cask. So they blend all these rums together, and this is how they come up with the 24 Solera Profile Dark Rum.
The brand new bottle. It's been sealed for years. She has not opened this. This is the first time we're trying this.
Ooh, very woody. Very oaky.
Surprisingly, I would have thought sweet.
Yeah, no, it's very oaky.
Very woodsy.
Very oaky. Wow.
I don't hate it though. Woody, but also vanilla and caramel.
Yeah. But
very
I did
vanilla
not
and
expect
caramel.
this amount of wood in here. And
I didn't either.
what I mean about wood is like you can tell there's like cask aging and you can smell it.
Yeah. You can smell the wood.
And the trick to, if you want to smell exactly how the cask smell, the trick is when you finish your rum from your Glencairn, is to put it upside down in the neutral surface and put it upside down for 24 hours. And the morning after you drink that rum, you smell it, and that's what the cask smells like.
Interesting. It, to me, immediately,
Your
like,
tip and trick, you're welcome.
very, very caramel, very vanilla.
The nose is great though.
Yeah, the nose is
it
phenomenal.
smells like cotton candy almost. That's how sweet it smells. Don't know that that's how it'll taste, but it smells super sweet.
Ready to try it? Cheers.
Cheers.
Chemical.
I mean,
Additives. It tastes. The nose, I was so excited because it smelled so oaky that I got excited and I thought it might be a little bit different. And it's very sweet, but the finish is what's killing me. It tastes like
artificial.
Right? Okay, does everybody know the finger test? I'm gonna do the finger test.
If you haven't, shame on you because she's done it several times.
I gotta
on
do
the show
it.
before.
They don't disclose how much sugar. Okay, let's see. Oh man.
Immediately.
Like syrup.
She likes to finger. Doesn't say finger it.
Yeah.
Hey.
By the way, guys, all you need to do is put your index or your pinky finger. I usually put my index in there
Just
because I
rub.
can rub it.
And if it's
With
sticky,
my
then it's a lot
thumb.
of sugar.
So you have to wait though until it dissipates, and then, yeah. Look how
Sticky.
sticky.
I
it
don't
is.
even need to do the finger test to know.
Phil, can you see if you can on that website? No, it's not there. Well, once we get all pro and have our own studio space, I'll buy a hydrometer to detect how much sugar is in the alcohol. But
I would think that would be a glucometer, not a hydrometer.
what is a hydrometer? The alcohol
Measures water.
No, what is the name?
Glucometer measures sugar.
No, Phil, what is the... Anyway, it's good, but the nose. If you're gonna smell
the
this,
nose is
if you're gonna put this as a perfume, amazing. If you're gonna
Right.
taste it, but this is why I'm not a big fan of Papa's Pilar.
Neither of you are right, and you're both not making any sense.
glucometer equals sugar.
Anyway, last.
Love him, don't trust. Hydrometer equals sugar, glucometer equals, hydrometer equals water, glucometer equals sugar.
Okay, Nani, the last rum.
Which one? I don't even have any clean Glencairns.
Pour some water in there and like swish it out. I'm gonna kill this.
My last one. For which one?
I'm gonna have you try, since nobody's giving any feedback, the last rum.
I can provide clean.
It's okay.
Clean.
I got it. It's
You
okay.
got it?
Yeah. I got
Paul, I haven't called it a Big Papa's Pilar.
it. I got it.
You're so funny.
Which one's next?
Okay.
Listen.
I'm gonna have you try this, which is very unique. It just came out of the market.
It's so unique that half the bottle is gone.
Yeah, because we had it all.
This one.
Also, this is edition 1, and once this is gone, it's gone. This is the newest Brugal collection. Very unique technique for Brugal. They're using brand new oak, virgin, American barrels. Yeah. So what they do is, one, they bring up their proof on their bottles. Typically they'll do 40%. That is 80 proof. Now they're bringing it up to 45 alcohol by volume. So they're bringing it up to 90 proof. Not only that, but when they toast those brand new American oak barrels, they're toasting them with cocoa beans. Okay?
You guys.
And then they age their rum in this. So incredibly interesting, very, very unique. You gotta try this. And this will be the last of the night. Thank you so much for everybody tuning in. I have already tried this, but I definitely want to see what Nani has to say about this, because it's quite unique. And you guys love she likes sweeter rums. This is a sweeter
really
rum, but naturally sweetened. Okay?
Y'all know I tend to prefer and lean towards the sweet, so we'll see what I have to say about this.
Again, this is very, very interesting.
Cleaning my palate.
So the notes, they say dark chocolate, toasted nuts, orange peel. It's finished in toasted virgin European oak cask. So it's not even American oak cask. By the way, this is batch DR04B, bottled in 2023. This is edition 1 of this collection. And the most important thing is that this is the first release by 5th generation female master blender and distiller.
We love our females.
Yacil Villanueva. She's the 5th generation of the Brugal family.
That smells so good.
A lot of chocolate notes. A lot of nuttiness in there.
I'm smelling fruitiness though.
Yeah, for sure fruitiness. Oh.
Cheers.
Sorry, cheers. There's a gravitational pull here, as Phil says. What do you think?
It's more of a burn and a hug than I was expecting.
But that's why I warned you. This is 45%, 90 proof.
It's good though.
It ends very, very sweet.
It does. Like the initial is a little, but the end, very good.
This is great.
So good.
If you can scoop up this bottle and you find it, which by the way, I only found this thanks to Benny. Last bottle. Thank you so much for this. I definitely got this as like the last bottle. But anyway, Nani, this has been a blast. Thank you so much for everybody tuning in. Please, please, please don't forget, December 19th we'll be doing December's Rum News. If you had not hit that subscribe button, do so. Smash that like if you've liked all the brand new rum news that we've brought you. Phil is requesting more French.
Je m'appelle Nani, comment allez-vous?
Je m'appelle Nia. Et c'est Rum News. Je sais pas comment dire Rum News.
Bonsoir.
Bonsoir, and thank you for everybody for tuning in. Let us know down below if you've tried any of these rums, and we look forward to the next Rum News. Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank
we
you
had
guys.
a blast. Thank you so much
as
for tuning
always,
in.
we really appreciate you guys tuning in, subscribing.
Hit that like button.
Share, please do. We really love you guys' participation. It makes it fun for us. Please, you know, continue to share.
Thanks for drinking with us. It's been amazing.
We
so
hope
much
you've
fun.
been drinking with us, and if you haven't, then, well, shame on you.
Hearts, hearts, hearts.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye. Paul saying heats and hugs.